Hi, I am Daniel, and Encanto released around 1 year ago, and what happened to it was interesting. My original view, well, wondering what the critical reception of this will be, because it might be seen as better than Onward and Raya, but I can't see it doing really well. I was wrong about that. That whole video has problems. I agree with the 8 out of 10 rating in some points, but the video felt negative in a way different to my actual opinion. It is still public, but I might make a review and nice to discuss the movie in more detail eventually. Not going to be anytime soon. The way Encanto became very big after the Disney Plus release was unexpected, and also aged my whole video badly for that one comment near the end. Beyond that, I'll wait until the movie is not popular, which happened quickly, and rank the songs. The movie's music is great at having 8 songs that are mostly memorable. One of Disney's best musicals, but shows a strong range of music, highlighted by the animation during each song. I will go over my order, in my opinion. I have a feeling there's really your disagreements around some traces, but it probably won't be as place. 8. Kuyumbi and Me Encanto. This is fine for the montage scenes, but not much an individual song. Can't imagine someone choosing to listen to this being, oh boy, time to listen to Kuyumbi and Me Encanto. At most, they might autoplay or shuffle to it. The verse music sounds good, and I like the use of other language. But the lyrics also have to scream what country this movie takes place in so the audience knows, and repeats the same line a lot. I would say no more care about it being last place, but 12 million views on YouTube. That may seem high at first, but it's actually quite low when some are in the 100 millions. The second last will be more controversial. 7. The Family Magical. This is a decent song, but it's mainly okay with a few great parts. Even with the device of Mirabel explaining the family to some children, it feels very exposition-y. I get an impression this song is very generic in a way I'm unsure of. Being generic doesn't have to be bad, but this song concept introduced to everyone seems forced to me. Music has a good beat, but it gets repetitive for a 5 minute song. The lyrics and rhyming are quite good, and 2 parts stand out. Albia's part to the musical Dos Oruguitas is great, and the finale. Music speeding up with quick rhymes is a superb musical moment. I'm not really a fan of most of this song. I don't feel right placing it here, but I understand why so many could like this song. 6. All of You. I often wonder why Disney musicals rarely have songs in the third act, but it makes sense because the story focuses on concluding many things, so it has a yarn one song. That's what All of You is like. I like the start part of the song a lot, but it's Everybody Wants to Shine instead of Gets, and the Bruno rap. Then it goes downhill, but of course with the whole town singing in an unspecified amount of time. I like the moment of Mirror putting a doorbell on the rebuilt house, but not as much music yet. Both the first and last song are held up by some parts, but rank low in the list of the song. Now for some of the great ones that make the movie's music stand out. 5. Surface Pressure. This song is very good for the music being an intense beat that gets quicker as it goes on. The singing just about catches up, and the visuals are also great. Lighting did a good job with the strong dark red and purple, and contrast the changing look is impressive. All the aspects work together to push the message of pressure being forced on Louisa. I like this song, but I don't think it's as strong as the others from the movie. There's a couple of random choices, and on first watch it seems pointless. Keep in mind only on first watch. It goes in 5th place. 4. Waiting on a Miracle. This could be argued as a generic I Want song, but it's one of the better of that type. Framing the device of having time metaphorically freeze is great and very Lin-Manuel Miranda. The song starts with Mirabel walking into focus and you look at the picture is superb. The whole animation makes Mirabel just walking around the house really interesting with your symbolism. Music is also good, but has a more typical structure too with an intense chorus. Mirabel's 4th track still used a major moment for the movie as she is asking for something to do. Waiting on a Miracle is an underrated song and got overshadowed by the next choice. 3. We Don't Talk About Bruno. This isn't number 1, I will stand by that. At first I wasn't really that impressed by it and would have been 4th. I eventually came around to it more. Group numbers are appealing because it is scared and can have everyone singing at once included. The song also has great music and lyrics that build up the presentation of Bruno. There's a lot of symbolism and foreshadowing, including like Isabella sounding different because she got a positive prediction. And that prediction happens in the next song. Also, the climax is great with everyone singing at the same time, with the suspenseful he's here being a dual meaning. Visuals go hard with the constant location changing and everyone at once. This song has been used in many great ways, but also potentially overplayed. Title phrase have become overused, and I predicted that just by watching a clip of Family Madrigal before the movie released. Why couldn't I have said that prediction in my original view instead? I don't think it's the best song, and I'm not completely sure she'll go mainstream, but I kinda see why that happened. Great music and set for a group number makes this song work. 2. What else can I do? For a long time this would have been my number one choice. I like how the music starts with a beat as Isabella is starting to realise the ability of her powers. While Mirabelle is just trying to force the hug to happen. After the first chorus, they both start to see each other's point of view and their singing goes really well together. The second chorus is a major expansion, as Isabella is exploring her powers with Mirabelle and the whole song is musically appealing. It can be played on loop easily. I did that for a couple months earlier this year. Visuals are also great as the isolated pink of Isabella's room opens up to some greens and oranges, and then it's outside. Where Isabella and Mirabel get close to both visually and in the movie during the song is great. When someone says the age of this taste can't be solved by song or dance, well that's fair, but this is an exception. This is a vital story point and it's amazing to listen to. But as time passed, I leaned towards another song for the number one choice. 1. Dos Oruguitas, or the credits version 2 Oruguitas. They're both sung the same, just one is in English. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but it makes complete sense if this was a song nominated for Best Original Song. Encanto does a great job showing there's more to what's been shown by the opening, by doing a more detailed flashback. I could tell that we brought back a more impactful moment, but the execution here was brilliant. Without dialogue, it tells the story of young Albreya and her life. It gives more detail on why she was the antagonist most in the movie, and it's emotional. The scene has Mirabel find out, and she is there watching the flashback. It's a good visual choice in the songs to have her in the flashbacks to show a role of listening. The music slowing down as Albreya apologizes is such a great scene. I don't mind his talking in the middle of the song here. The motif for the yellow butterfly in the lake is great as well, as the swarm of butterflies symbolizing moving on. Ending of Encanto went through your writing, but this scene is so great. I haven't even gotten to the music yet, which sounds superb. So calming but also emotional at the same time. I haven't even got to the lyrics. This translated to two caterpillars, and the credits version has so many strong lines like so afraid of changing the world and never stop changing. And both of you know it's your time to grow. The message of the song is greatly shown for the lyrics, but also chooses to do a different language so it doesn't distract from the scene. Los Oruguitas shows a tragic event in such a spectacular way. For so many reasons, this is the best Encanto song and probably the best scene in the movie. In conclusion, I hope you enjoyed me ranking Encanto songs. I went more in depth than most of my song videos, but it makes sense for Encanto. This might be a controversial list, but I had about a year to decide and I think I'm quite happy with what I've chosen. I also decided to release this close before Walt Disney Animation's next movie, Strange World. Will that continue what Encanto did? It probably won't be as discussed, but I know not to make statements like that. Consider pressing subscribe to see my review of that when it releases, and also all videos about animation. The end.